Hello, and welcome back to another episode of White Album 2. We are currently playing through CODA. We left off on a very beautiful graphic, actually. So here we are, ditching Setsuna's birthday yet again. And so, I obey the command coming from my brain. I remain honest to my own thoughts. I embrace Kazusa.
言葉だけじゃ分かんないのかよ。こうして態度で示さないといけないのかよ。お前って本当甘えん坊だな。
悪いかよ。
After embracing her, I finally understand. Kazusa has been waiting for this.
甘えん坊で悪いか。言ってることめちゃくちゃで悪いか。たった5分ですら我慢できなくて悪いか。
She couldn't stand waiting for me to return, so she left the apartment and came here to be embraced by me.
ごめんな。
最後まで騙し通して欲しかった。私だけを見てるって、私だけを愛してるって。
ごめん。
I can sense the stares of the passers-by. Cold, judgmental stares directed at the couple who are embracing in the middle of the street, showing no consideration for the others. Not only in the middle of the street, but you're really in the way of commerce. I am a bit bothered by the attention, but not enough for my arms around her to loosen.
これからはもうお前しか見ない。だから仲直りしよう。
ダメだよ。
無理なもんか。カズさ、俺のこと嫌いなのか。
だからそういう問題じゃ。
嫌いか。
卑怯だぞ。
なら仲直りの印だ。
おい、春樹、お前。
何？
Kazusa stops me at the last moment, when I'm just a single centimeter away from her lips.
だってここは。
As if you guys should really care at this point. I mean, you've done worse.
ここは何？
お前、こんなとこ見られてもいいのかよ。
それは俺がするべき質問だ。それじゃあ質問。俺とのことバレてもいいか？スクープされても構わないか？
I mean, Kazusa has a lot less to lose than Haruki. If someone's like, oh look, it's our boyfriend, it's fine. But if anyone found out of Haruki's acquaintances, well then it turns into a big thing.
そんなのバレるわけない。誰も私たちのことなんか見てない。
日本のマスコミを甘く見るなよ。万が一ってこともあるんだぞ。何も言わないと OK ってことにするぞ。
春樹。
I ignore the confused Kazusa and pursue her assertively and forcefully. I engrave deep within Kazusa's heart that I have no reason to hesitate. Even if Kazusa won't believe it, I alone will believe that she is the only person I've got. Well, good luck with that, because she's really not. Always save before these decisions. Okay. Now the thing about this is it actually doesn't matter for the roots, it only matters for the CG. So let's just take off our glasses. I feel like it's a little bit more romantic.
時間切れ。
おい、それ。
I stroke Kazusa's cheeks with both hands and then take off her glasses.
俺は遠野和美じゃなくて遠間和沙がいいんだよ。
Who thought of this dumb fake name? Like, if you're gonna make a fake name, don't make it a few letters away from your real name.
本当にいいのか？
だからそれは俺の質問なんだって。
After taking off her glasses, I put my hands on her comb. Both are presents from me to Kazusa to keep her hidden from society.
ほら、これで本物の遠間和沙だ。
お前。
Kazusa's long hair falls down immediately, reflecting the streetlights around us as it unfolds. I remove the disguise that I myself gave her and reveal the usual Kazusa. Now I can finally show everyone the person dearest to me, the person I always kept hidden. Okay, well, you might want to reveal it to people that actually matter. Just saying. I can brag to them, showing off how beautiful my woman is.
和沙、和沙。
春樹。
It took quite a while to close the 1 centimeter gap between us. But now that we're connected, with how passionate our kiss is, it seems ridiculous to even imagine us separating. I know it's supposed to be like a cute, beautiful scene, but look at that guy's face in the background. He's like, okay, they're doing it. They're doing that. They're in public. This is just weird. Although I kept praying that the same thing wouldn't happen again, I've done it yet again. I've forgotten my promise with Setsuna, and I'm embracing and kissing Kazusa. Like, kissing in public is one thing. It's a little bit more rare in Japan, I think, than other places. But you know, it's not an unheard of. But kissing like this in public in Japan would probably get you arrested. The only difference is that Kazusa accepts me willingly now. And the two of us pay no mind to our surroundings.
和沙。
We press our lips and our bodies tightly against each other's so that the sounds of our surroundings are drowned out. Because I don't want to hide anymore. I want everyone to acknowledge us. Maybe you should tell that to your girlfriend. Maybe. Just a thought. I want them to acknowledge that we are in love, that our hearts are deeply linked. And with that, we're gonna come back when it's safe for work, because Haruki and Kazusa are cretins. They are just, well, they're just little big perverts. So I'll see you after this mess is done. And welcome back. You're probably wondering how we got from scene A to scene B. Basically, Haruki couldn't control himself, and him and Kazusa had some adult playtime in the park, in public, and I guess the main takeaway from that is that it was very painful, and it was rough. It was not like tender and loving. They were like, I don't care, I want it to hurt. They both are internally seeking punishment, intentionally and unintentionally. And now here we are. This is the next day. Setsuna is just leaving Haruki's place. Let's continue from here.
ごめん、セツナ。本当に、俺、なんて言ったらいいか。
ああ、もうダメだよ。見送りになんて来ないで寝てなくちゃ。
ごめん。
Due to my headache and my awful chill, it hurts just to talk. But this isn't the time to feel sorry for myself. It's nothing compared to how I've treated Setsuna.
今週寝る間もないくらい忙しかったんだよね。週末くらいはゆっくり休んでおこう。
だからって、何回約束破ったら。
It's Friday, the day after I stood Setsuna up on her own birthday. Not only her birthday, but the day you were about to tell her parents about your engagement together. Very exciting, big milestone. Because we couldn't abide by our 1-week rule yesterday, we decided to meet up in my apartment as promised. I was supposed to spend the day alone with Setsuna, and then tomorrow evening we'd go together to her place and celebrate her birthday. Yet,
こんなに疲れてるのに私の相手してる場合じゃないよ。また元気になったら埋め合わせしてもらうから。
she's too nice. She's really too nice. It's unhealthy to be this lenient.
セツナ。
Before the day is even over, Setsuna is planning to leave. She also canceled our plans to go to the Ogiso household tomorrow. Even though our anniversary is this week, we spent only 2 hours together in total. It's all my fault. Yeah, actually, it is. That's accurate.
ほら、そんなに落ち込まないでよ。気にしてたら余計に体おかしくしちゃうよ。
ごめん。
だからもうごめんはなし。ちゃんとしなさい、ちゃんと。って病人にそれは酷だね。ごめん。
It's not too harsh. He needs to hear it. And honestly, even if, pretend for a minute, even if he weren't cheating with Kazusa, even if he's just regularly sick, he's still overworked himself to the point where he can't even spend time with his family. That is still something to be super concerned and upset about. Just saying.
病気なんかじゃ。
It's not strange at all that Setsuna would take this for an illness. I couldn't even eat the dinner she went out of her way to make for me. I didn't register half of what she was telling me, so I had to keep asking her to repeat herself. My face is undeniably pale. Everything from the sweat from my forehead to the chill shows no sign of stopping. And
そういう過信は春樹くんの悪い癖だよ。とにかく今週末はずっと寝てること。休日出勤とかしちゃダメだよ。
セツナ。
それじゃあおやすみなさい。あ、それとプレゼントありがとう。
誕生日おめでとう。
じゃあ。
lastly, she kisses me on the lips and heads the other way through the hallway. She tried taking care of me when I started feeling sick all of a sudden, as if it was something that was completely natural. But right now, I'm neither strong-willed enough nor shameless enough to accept Setsuna's kindness. What's happening to me? How can I allow this to happen? I've been strange since yesterday, or even before that. Whenever I think of Setsuna, whenever I think of her, whenever I worry about her, whenever I feel guilty about her, whenever I think of the secret I keep from her. Whenever I tell her I love her, whenever I embrace her, whenever I betray her. My mind and body grow restless. My body and my brain stop working together, and it all stops working.
留守番電話サービスに接続します。合図の後にメッセージをお願いします。
I mean, I'd say it's a very, very strong sense of guilt, which is partially contributing to that, as it should.
今日は暗号なし。せつな、さっき帰ったから、もう戻ってきていいぞ。俺、部屋で寝てるから、用があったら声かけてくれ。それじゃあ、おやすみ。
It's not like I'm using my poor health as an excuse, but I betrayed Setsuna for the second day in a row. I deviate further away from the me that Setsuna desires and turn more into the me that Kazusa desires. Though I suppose I can't call myself the me that Kazusa desires when I chased her out of her apartment just so I could have Setsuna stay over. It's also selfish of me that I can't help but laugh at it. Besides, I'm not even sure that I can accept Kazusa the way I am now. If I go to where she is, with the way I am now, there's no telling if things will just end up like it did with Setsuna earlier. Before I can put my hands on the door handle, I hear the sound of a door opening. In fact, it wasn't the door of my own apartment that opened.
おかえり、春樹。
カズサ。
The door that opened was the door next to mine. The door of the apartment that was supposed to be empty right now. But she doesn't listen when you tell her to go out.
今、留守電聞いた。もしかして、私のせいか？
何言ってんだ。それどころじゃないだろ。なんでお前。どうしてここにいるんだよ。俺言ったよな、今日。
ああ、4番ね。ちゃんと聞いてる。
だったらなんで。どうして俺の言うこと聞かないんだよ。
Well, every person in your little play isn't gonna listen to your script exactly. If they did, it would still be terrible. Why couldn't you follow my instructions of leaving for the night given that I'm having another woman over? I know what I'm saying is utterly arrogant, despicable, and inconsiderate no matter how I look at it. I know full well it's a horrible order. Even so, I never could have expected Kazusa to disobey it. It's not very commendable, but I simply can't accept this. Because if Kazusa really was in the apartment next to mine, it means that I've done something far worse than giving her that order.
お前、まさか、先週も。
ごめん。一度も守ったことない。外泊、めんどくさかったから。
Yep, she overheard every nitty-gritty detail. Last week and the week before that. The day I fulfilled the 1-week rule with Setsuna, Kazusa was in the apartment next to ours all along.
ざけるな。
ごめんな、春樹。
To think that she could clearly hear Setsuna's voice. That she could hear Setsuna's voice when she was with me back then. Yeah, and that's why when you end up getting together with Kazusa the day after, she's like, I'll make you feel way better than you did yesterday. She wasn't just guessing, she full well knew what you guys were doing. To think that the one person who shouldn't have heard that, of all people, actually did end up doing so.
どうして最後まで隠しておかなかった？なんで今になってバラしたんだよ。
In response to learning the truth of how my despicable order got ignored, I responded by snapping at her and further berating her in an equally despicable manner.
今すぐお前に会いたかったから。このチャンスを逃したくなかったから。
カズサ。
But Kazusa's answer was no less horrible either.
セツナとのこと心配してるふりしておきながら、セツナが帰ったことを嬉しく思ってる凶悪な私がいるから。
And again, you really shouldn't be standing outside doing this. Anybody can see you. She presses the issue without showing any sign of guilt and brazenly takes everything upon herself with her teeth clenched.
今日の春樹がセツナじゃなく私を選んでくれたって、そんな風に勝手に思い込んで体をほてらせてるドインランが私がいるから。
She's doing all of this for my sake. She's doing this so I can be spared from even more guilt. Kazusa boldly smiles at me as if to create the illusion that I'm just a victim being played around with by a horrible woman.
なあ、春樹。今から私の部屋においでよ。それとも私がお前の部屋に行こうか。
All while her lips shiver and never looking at me straight in the eyes. Yeah, because she'd probably start crying if she did.
俺はさ。
なあ、今から抱き合わないか。セツナの代わりに私で我慢しないか。
カズさん、聞いてくれよ。俺、本当は。
そうやって割り切れないならさ、ちょっとだけ考え方変えてみないか。
考え方って。
私にお仕置きをしてくれよ。
Because again, they keep falling into this like they both want to be punished. They both want this guilt absolved in any way possible. It is a very unhealthy dynamic right now.
ご主人様の命令にずっと背いてたやんちゃな犬を厳しくしつけてくれよ。
お前。
いや、違うな。しつけてください。
お前は。
This can't be happening.
なあ、春樹。
カズサ。
Every time Kazusa takes on the role of the bad guy and seduces me. Every time she calls out to me in that enticingly seductive way. Every time she looks up at me with a gaze full of passion.
私にお仕置きしてください。春樹。
I've become aroused. Oh my god. They're both practically crying out here on the porch. These two are a mess. They shouldn't be doing this. They should just be sitting and having a chat. If nothing else. Unable to control myself, I embrace Kazusa with all my strength.
このバカ。
だから言い聞かせて、私の体に春樹のこれで。
Kazusa moves her hands over my pants. Alright, and as you can tell, it's going into a direction that we won't be seeing, so I'm gonna come back to you and give you the lowdown after it's once again safe for work. So, see you soon. Welcome back yet again, and as you could probably expect, Haruki and Kazusa got together, and they were both like feeling super guilty, and then Kazusa did a 180 and was like, it's actually fine, I don't even care if you're with Setsuna, like, it's great that you're engaged, and they both know it's a lie, and Haruki's like, please just stop. And here we are, let's continue from here.
そうなのか。
2ヶ月もウィーンを離れるってのが気に食わないって。私が練習サボって男にうつつ抜かすんじゃないかって本気で心配してた。
And see what happened. Look where you are now. Kazusa's recollections were neither poison nor antidote, yet there were still too much to include in an article. Martin Flugel, Tomoyoko's tutor, and a name that always comes up during the topic of modern classical music.
何しろ立派な前例があるからな。類いまれなる才能を持ちながら男にうつつを抜かして練習をサボってばかりだった。じいさんの一番弟子。
I find myself calming down at the prospect that even a grand and historical man such as him is nothing but an annoying old man to his foul-mouthed favorite students. I mean, any famous person really is just a person. Just look at Kazusa. She's great, but she's just a person.
でも、あの人は大成しただろ。
Although, considering that both mother and daughter describe him in the exact same way, they might actually be speaking the truth.
じいさんに言わせれば、陽子がジェバンニ国際で優勝できなかったのは、あの頃の隠遁生活のせいだって。確かその翌年に、私が生まれたんだけどな。だからってこっちまで同じ目で見られるのは心外だった。私じいさんのレッスンサボったことなんかないんだぞ。自主練習だって毎日10時間、ほとんど毎日欠かしたことなんかなかったんだぞ。
Mostly. And when have you missed lessons? It's because you were upset about Haruki.
すごいな、カズサは。
I think she said this during the interview too, that it was all my fault.
ところが日本に来てみれば、男にうつつを抜かして最初の公演は大失敗。しかも2週間後に追加公演が迫ってきてるのに、全然練習を再開してないと来てる。
しょうがないだろ。お前怪我したんだから。
怪我した理由も男絡みだったけどな。怪我が治っても男にうつつを抜かしてるけどな。
I could tell she was going to deride herself. But because I wanted to talk about something that was neither poison nor antidote, it wasn't a topic I wanted her to touch.
不思議だよな。じいさんにはどうして分かったんだろう。私が男でつまずくって、母さんと同じ鉄を踏むって。
カズサ。
私じいさんに男の話なんかしなかったのに。お前の話なんかしなかったのにな。
それは。
That's probably where the rumors come from.
私は母さんとは違うのに、5年間ずっと男なんか寄せつけなかったのに。お前しかいないのに。
カズサ。
他の男なんか 興味ないのに、これからも一生興味なんてないのに。
This is so unhealthy. This single-minded fixation on one person. Like, I get it. Oh, you're in love. Oh, you're the only one for me. Like, that's great. But after what happened and you're away, you're literally in a different country for 5 years and you're still like, oh, he's the only one for me. Maybe it's just me. I think that's super unhealthy.
そういうこと言うなよ。
どうして？
だって
It's too much to handle. I know I can't accept Kazusa for her whole life with the way I am now.
前にも言っただろう。私にとって男って呼べるのは世界に一人だけだって。
I started thinking that there's probably only one man in the world who keeps getting close to me no matter how many times I push him away.
世界狭すぎるだろ。そんな。
He's not wrong. Just because you're in the middle of making love to me doesn't mean I want you to say such extreme things. Do you know you'll only make me worried about what will happen to you from now on if you say stuff like that?
狭いって思うか？私の世界。
お前さ、自分のこといくつだと思ってんだよ。
If everything goes as planned, we'll break up in 2 weeks.
刷り込みだって思うか？いつか必ず俺よりもっといい男が現れるって、そんなくだらないセリフ言うか？
だからさ、そういうのくだらないって言うなよ。
Yet you're still acting like an infant. Will you ever find happiness if you leave me?
だってくだらないじゃないか。お前以外の男なんて全然くだらないじゃないか。
And the circle just keeps going around and around and around, and the conversation goes nowhere, really. So, on that note, we'll stop there for now. So, thanks so much for being here with me on this part of CODA, and I'll be back with the next episode shortly. Until then, hope you take care. See you!